And I said all that to say the fact that I divorced this person back in 2020 and we're still going to court in 2025 is crazy. My divorce was finalized 2 days before my birthday. It was the best birthday gift that I could have given myself. My smile was real. My heart was happy. I felt like a weight had been lifted and I was ready to move forward in life. But now I feel like I'm not quite able to do that. Not that I feel I'm not quite able to do that because for what, 2-3 years, it was the courts were involved in our scheduling, or lawyers were involved in our scheduling, even though I would communicate with him. I would give suggestions. I would give, I'll take this holiday, you take that holiday. They did not like talking to me at all. And they would tell me, I don't want to talk to you. I want to go to court. I don't want to talk to you. I have messages and audio. I'm not talking to you. We're going to go to court. My son just turned 18 last month. My oldest child just turned 18 last month. My twins will be 9 and soon. And so, next month or whatever. And it's just crazy. Like I never saw myself in court standing before a judge who doesn't know me, a judge who doesn't know my children, lawyers who don't know us, lawyers who don't know our children, and having them help us figure out a schedule, even though we had already been working with a schedule together. But to have it on paper and to have it so they can't, in my words, from my experience, they can't hold my children hostage in the house until I answer their questions. That happened 2 years ago, and that was like the last straw for me. I was like, you know what? Maybe we do need something on paper, because the fact that I was scheduled to pick them up for my time with them, and they refused to let my kids out of the house until I answered their questions. I heard the kids inside the house. They knew they were coming. They knew that it was, mommy's time. They were with him, and then they were supposed to be with me. And he asked me, where are you staying? Where will they be staying? What this, what that? And I'm like, give me my boys. Give me my boys. They'll be at my house. You have my home address. No, I need to know this, that, and the third. Again, I have audio and I have screenshots. I haven't posted any screenshots and audio, but like I said, for anyone who will ever, it's ghetto. For anyone who will ever question like the validity of things that I'm saying, I haven't deleted anything since November of 2020. I've used my iPad that I don't use anymore that Apple won't update. I've used my current iPad, one phone, this email address to upload, because I knew that once I started speaking, I guess I feel like I would have to defend myself a little bit, again, because of their position in the community, because it's in the community, it's such a coveted position, but it's like, I don't even know like the truth about this kind of person. But anyway, it was very, very, very interesting a couple of different times, because why should law enforcement ever have to be involved in family situations? And that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. The fact that I would have to have someone come over there with me because I know he's going to start some stuff and I need a witness. And to hear my kids on the inside of the house saying that they want to come out and come with me. And I'm like, okay, just hold on. And knowing that this person has so much animosity toward me that I was bleeding onto my kids, that always broke my heart. I couldn't care less about what the other person is doing, how they feel, what they thought of me. I couldn't care less. I cannot care any less than I do now about how a person who is not near and dear to my heart, how they feel about me. I'm sorry, that's just the way I'm built. But it always broke my heart when my kids would hear, see, feel, or experience things because of how he hated me. I think I'm going to end there. But anywho, I don't know where I was going with that. But I've been through a lot. And like I said, I'm grateful for the encouraging words. I'm grateful for the people who have held me down. I'm grateful for where I am today, because I'm not where I was before. And I'm so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that. So this is part 8. Okay. Love you. Thank you. Hey, real quick. I wanted to make a revision to It's not a revision. Anywho, I said something in the video that was not 100% true. What I said in this video was that he did not want to talk to me at all about the schedule as far as like the children were concerned. That is not 100% true. As far as like major holidays, for the most part, we were like on the same page, and we kind of just said it. Okay, it makes sense. If you get this one, I get this one. You get this one, I get that one. But when it came to, hey, I need an extra day for this, or I know it's whatever. He was not willing to work with me a lot of times with the scheduling. So much so that, again, my village, who was always privy to all of this, would be like, well, if you know you want this, let him know a month or two in advance and make it sound like he's going to benefit from it. That way he could possibly, say yeah. So I wanted to correct myself, because I said they did not want to talk to me at all. That's not true. They were just very difficult, and it was so difficult that it was like, well, I know I have to give an olive branch or dangle a carrot in order for me to get any kind of cooperation with the person. If they didn't feel like they benefited, or if they knew that I was doing something really fun, they'd be like, yeah, no, I got something planned for the kids. Like, for example, one spring break, they weren't doing anything, but I was going to visit my family. And I said, do you mind if this year, spring break, I take them because I'm going to go visit my family? No, we have plans. Okay, cool. Understandable. The plans were that they went to a local hotel for the weekend to swim. I was going for a week to go visit my family. My family lives out of town. Again, my village is real big, and I wanted everybody to come and visit. And they were not willing to work because, no, I already have plans. But they knew prior that I was going to visit. So yeah, I think I'm done with that. I just wanted to correct myself because that is not true, and I don't want to put out false information. But major holidays, I don't recall us. I mean, it just made sense just to say, if you got this, I have that. You have this, I have that. But when it came to, well, who's going to pick them up, or who's going to drop them off, or anything outside of like major holidays, for the most part, was always a struggle. Always a struggle. So then it came down to, well, I don't want to talk to you. I only want to go to court. So again, major holidays were easy to say. If you had that one last year, you have this one this year. And anything outside of that, that was like always, and I think I can stand on that word, just about always, like 80%, a battle. Just because the person felt the way they felt about me, and knowing all the people that were in my life that they didn't want, they wanted to withhold the kids from being part of, because of how they felt about adults. All right, y'all be great. Again, had to correct myself. I feel like I'm rambling now. If you're still here, I love you. I appreciate you. And let's continue to ride, honey.